Okay, we're holding Tzadi Aleph in the Agada to here. We're holding 3 lines from the bottom. It's a discussion, 3 lines from the bottom, Tzadi Aleph and Aleph. Discussion with Antoninus and Rebbe. Antoninus was the Roman emperor, and Rebbe was Rabbi Yehuda Nossi. And they had a special relationship, as the Gemara will explain, that they used to learn in secret together. Nobody knew about it. Omer le Antoninus le Rebbe, Gufen Shomi Chol Lipoter, Liftor, Atzman Min Adin. Both the body and the soul are able to absolve themselves that they're not subject to judgment. Why? Ketzad. Gufo men neshama chotos. When the body has to be punished, right? The Gemara tells us in Tainus of Brochus, that when the body decomposes in the ground, that says that the maggot to the tolea to the psara mes is kemachet l'psarachai. When the maggot eats, the worm eats the body, it's like putting a pin into living flesh. So there's pain. The body is suffering. There's pain. That's kapora. That's part of the kapora. So the body can absolve itself. Why? Can blame it on the neshama. Keitzad gufo min neshama chotos. Look, without neshama, could the body function? So it's not my fault. Somebody goes and drives somebody else's car and creates damage with the car. Could you blame the owner of the car? It's the driver. The driver drove the car. Right? Because the proof of the issue is the moment the neshama departs, he's like an inanimate stone, the body. When the neshama meres guf choto, the body sinned. Why? Could the soul sin without a body? It's the body that sinned. So each one can fault the other, and each one has a base to absolve themselves. Amalei. So this question Atinin is this Rebbe Yehuda Nossi. Amalei emshelo moshel ma'adov v'domer. He says, I'm going to give you an allegory. It's comparable to that. Lamelech bosu v'dom, the immortal king Shelo Pardes. No, he had a beautiful orchard. Voyabo Bechoros nos. So Rashi says he had quality figs in this orchard. Bechoros nos. He says Teine habechoros. V'hoshebo shnei shomrim. And he put in place 2 watchmen to watch the orchard. Nobody should steal the fruit. Echot chiga v'echot suma. One was had no feet, an amputee, and the other one was blind. Okay? So the amputee, one who said to the blind man, Bechoros knows on the roeh, because he could see, although he had no legs, but he's able to see the fruit, and he was tempted. He says, I see beautiful figs. Bepardes, Bovar kivenu unavim lo'ochlam. He says, put me on your shoulders. I could see, and you bring me, I'll direct you to the fig tree. I'll pick the figs, then we'll divide the figs. V'neviyim lo'ochlam, and I'll bring them, we should eat them together. Rochav chigar agabi sumo. So the amputee rode on the shoulders of the blind man. V'aviyim v'ochlam, and he brought them, and they ate them. Both the blind man and the amputee. Liombo balapardis. After a number of days, the master of the orchard came, the king. Omalhem b'choros nos hechanein. My choice figs, where are they? What happened to them? Omalochiga klum yeshli raglayim lahalach bem. He says, I have no idea. I couldn't have taken them. I have no legs. I couldn't have approached the tree. Omlosuma klum yeshli yenayim liros. I wasn't even aware that there were such quality figs over there. So that I chose those figs, I can't see. So what did the king do? The king took the amputee, put him on the shoulders of the blind man, and he judged them together. And then he started to beat both of them. Midrash speaks a little more. He beat both of them as one entity. Kacha Kodesh Baruch Hu, Afa Kodesh Baruch Hu, Mevi Neshama V'Zorka B'Guf. Kodesh Baruch Hu, at the time of judgment, he reinfuses the neshama into the body. V'donosum ke'echod, each one individually, not shenemar. Yikra el hashamayim me'al, v'al ha'oretz lo din imo. Yikra el hashamayim me'al zu neshama. He summons the neshama from above. That's the neshama. V'al ha'oretz ledin imo, and to the earth to judge, to bring it to judgment. Ze'aguf. So therefore, it's the composite. Each one is what? As guilty as the other. Because literally, this is full partners in crime. Run. Tzadi Aleph on base. 91b. Why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? Yeah, that's no proof. This has nothing to do with resurrection. This is Shamayim. No. No, we're talking about in Shamayim. After 120 years, you come before Bezdin Shalmalo. So the person, you have the same thing. Well, what, you're going to fault the neshama, you're going to fault the body. Say the same thing. But how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that?
So how do you judge the body in Shamayim?
What's the question? No question. Not a question. So I'm asking you. So the first judgment. I'm not talking about the Yom Adin Agor at the end of time. So I had to say, the neshama say the same to Hashem. You know, I'm not guilty because without the body, I couldn't have sinned.
I just don't find it proof the resurrection.
Omar Lei, right? So he says. So he asked him, why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? These are the kinds of questions they ask in France, right? So what's the answer? So Rebbe says to Rathaninos, and if it would rise in the west and set in the east, you say, so why does it rise in the west and set in the east, right? Amritli. And if it would be to the opposite, you'd ask me the same kind of question. Why does it rise in the west and set in the east? So Rebbe goes to explain what he asked. Antoninos, he says, I'll explain what I meant to ask. Why does it set? Not why does it rise in the east, but why does the sun set in the west? To acknowledge the Maker, because it says, to you, the hosts of heaven, they bow. Which means, why does it rise in one and set? It should make the full revolution and set where it came from. That's what I'm asking. Understand? Why does it have to rise in one direction and set in the other direction, and night go under the earth? Now that's why it's dark. Let it make the full revolution and set and where it rose from. You can have darkness either way. You have darkness either way. Okay? He converted late. That's later. We'll see later tomorrow. Yeah.
What exactly is his question?
His question is, why does it, the way we see it, it rises in one direction and fully sets in the other direction? No, he's going to ask in a moment. He's going to ask, why don't you go halfway? And that's why he's going to clarify it. Why do you have to go all the way? If you want to acknowledge the master, go halfway, then go back. Then the sun should shift back. And come back, it should set below the horizon in the east rather than the west. Right? He explains it this way. He says, if it rises in the east, it should set in the east, because usually whatever goes out goes back to its original location, right? You go to work. What do you do after you go to work? You return from where you started from. So the sun should go out and return. No, return in the same direction. No, it shouldn't go there. Go the other way. Let it go the other way. Let it go halfway, then go back. Hashem will work it out. Somehow they'll have light. It will have light. It will have light. It will have light. It will have light. He has a degree in engineering. He went to the Hayden Planetarium when he was 6 years old. So he's an expert in the planets. Again, it'll go halfway, go back, go under, so the rest of the world will have it right. 6 hours this way, 6 hours back, and then it goes below the horizon, right? So the whole world will have light, right? To work it out. But yet it doesn't. It goes the other direction, goes under the horizon, and so that's how the rest of the world gets light. Because usually Rashi says, because when something leaves, it always returns to its location of where it originally came from. So why does it go the other direction? Okay? So he answered it because the Shechina is the Mairav, is in the west. So that he asked him, so go halfway. Acknowledge him. So that he asked him, stop. Let it go halfway. When a person goes and takes leave of a master, you go, you bow, and you walk out backwards. Right? That's the way you leave the presence of a master. So let it go halfway, bow, and go back. That's the same gesture. Okay? The Shechina. He says, Rashi says, you don't get that close. That's respect. It's like, Lahavdi, Obama sees the Queen of England, puts his arm around her. You understand? There's a sign in the museum, you keep your hands off, you don't touch the things. Not touch what's going on over here. No? So does man have any relevance to understanding what respect is? He has no understanding. Okay? To be continued.